Again, folks, this is the weekly money-making lobby live stream here on my channel. It's July 12th, and we got a lot to do today. Got some cars to sell, you know, do some VIP jobs. May have my forgery office kind of sit and wait for that to finish up, you know, that kind of stuff. I'm gonna check on the percentage here on my cargo, see where I'm at. 65. Okay. And if I'm not mistaken, last night I did the transporter VIP job, so we got a car to go directly to sell. So
we gonna make some deals?
let me go ahead and
Hello. How can I help you?
pull out my personal vehicle,
Nice
which I'm trying to get the oppressor to be my new favorite bike for you know, so that I can get the health bonus for it. So yeah, so yesterday the Rockstar released the Grotti Cheetah Classic, some discounts for like offices and whatnot, and also the some kind of weird adversary mode that revolves around a dartboard and
oh, hi.
a big ass dartboard.
What vehicle should
I
I tell
add.
them you want?
I'll add it in
Okay, I'll get it landed on the helipad.
and what else? What else they did? It's basically you're basically playing darts with the Ruiner 2000. That's what it boils down to when it comes to this new adversary mode. For the most part, the main focus, I think the main focus of it all was the Cheetah Classic, and I did like 2 videos yesterday revolving around it, where it was the reveal and customizations, and the time trial. See where it stands with the other classic variants like the Turismo and the Infernus. And I think it's second in comparison to like the Turismo and the Infernus. Like it's got like a, when I did the thing yesterday at LSIA and compared the times, I think I said the Cheetah Classic was 0.72 seconds slower than the Turismo, but it's also 0.23 seconds faster than the Infernus. So it's got it's not much, but it is a good fast vehicle. So and that's with all upgrades added on it, like armor and the engine tunes and all that stuff. So there's that. I mean, it's a nice car. I mean, I'm glad Rockstar added it into online so we can have a complete set. Whereas the Turismo was modeled after the F40, the Ferrari F40, and the Cheetah was modeled after the Ferrari Testarossa. So, and there's a nice little upgrade part in the Cheetah Classic that makes it look more like the Cheetah from Vice City or GTA 3, with the whole hunchback, with that whole engine cowl top on it or something like that. So you can make it kind of look like it as close as possible. And what's funny is how that you can add a spoiler on it, or you know, not have one, and it doesn't affect like the traction on it. Let's see, none of that one. There we go. Take those off. Need that off.
Wouldn't recognize it.
Alright. So yeah, what else? What else is? Oh yeah, I had to. I'm sorry. I had to take apart
Okay,
my
the work's been
bare
done. Take the car to the
basic
buyer and
black
don't let another organization get in the way.
PS4 controller the other day. Now the controller I have is what I call the Mark One PS4 controller. The Mark Twos are the ones with the little light strip on the top of the touchpad in a way. It's not really a full-fledged light sensor. It's just like a little cutout for the initial light bar, so it can bleed up to the top, and that way you don't have to keep looking on the side of the controller to keep looking at the light. So I call those Mark Twos. The ones that don't have that little strip on are Mark Ones. Well, I bought this controller a little over a year ago. It's getting to that point. Because my other controller, which is the Darth Vader one, if you don't know, my PS4 is the Battlefront 1 PS4 with Darth Vader on top of it, on the top shell of it. Anyway, uh, sometime around last year, my Darth Vader controller started having issues, like the rumble motor, the one with the heavy rumble weight on it. That started to stop working. Like, it wasn't firing, it wasn't doing nothing. Only the little one, the light weighted one was firing when I did something on either GTA, BioShock, well not BioShock, I didn't have it at the time, but like Borderlands, Lego Batman, you know, that kind of shit. And I'm thinking to myself, damn it, I'm gonna have to buy a new controller because I don't like a controller not having a rumble function, because to me that a controller without the rumble function is like a PS3, like the very first PS3 controllers without the rumble feature, like it was just 6 axis, you know, that kind of stuff. Anyway, so I went and bought this bare black basic controller at Walmart for like under $40-50, something like that. And it was working for me pretty well. Like, everything was running fine, and then like a week after I bought the controller, the heavy motor on the Darth Vader controller started working again. So now I got two fully working controllers. Well, about let's say 2 months ago, my replacement controller, the black one, started having issues. Like, I was having a stuttering effect with the left analog stick. And I was looking for like solutions on how to fix it, you know, because I remember on PS3 when the button layout started having a jittery effect. I found a solution where you can like replace the little, not replace it, but add like a couple of layers of electrical tape on the black sponge that's inside the controller, where it holds down the connector end of the controller membrane to the board. It's not like how it is on a PS2 controller, where if you take that apart, you have to pull the membrane out of the connector port so you can gain access to like the controller board or the buttons. Well, so yeah, a couple of cutted pieces of black electrical tape on one half of the sponge, and you put it back in, will fix that issue. Well, on a PS4 controller, it was totally different. Like I said, I was having a jittery motion effect with the trying to back this up real good. There we go. Like I said, I was having a jittery effect motion with the left analog stick. Like I'll show you. Like, right now you see my guy walking as he is. Alright? And then like you see how I'm pushing on the stick, but this is what I was what I was what I was experiencing. Like it would just stop, and then I would have to like reset the stick back to center and then move him again. Or I can be running and he would just stop and just do like that. Well, I try to find like several different solutions on how to fix it. Like one was like, oh, you gotta use some cleaning solution like a Clorox wipe or whatever. Wipe it into the analog stick, and then press on the stick, press down on L3 and just keep pressing it, and that should work. Or use like a care of air, like a desktop air cleaner can, spray it in there, and then keep pressing the button again. Well, those things didn't work. So last Friday, I found a solution, and it basically, if you know how to do it, if you do it just right, you don't have to like desolder the whole joystick assembly off of the board. Basically, what happened is that there's two. If you open up any DualShock controller, where it's DualShock 1, 2, 3, or 4, or DualShock 4, basically there are two sensor pads on the left, and there's one sensor pad on the left side of the assembly, and one sensor pad on the top of the assembly. There's two on each stick. The one on the left senses up and down motion on the joystick, and the one on the top senses left and right motion on the stick. Well, let me see. Yeah, even when I was flying a heli, like my guy would like do that, signaling that there was an issue. Well, anyway, the sensor piece in the the pad was starting to get faulty. So I followed the video on how to do it. Basically what the video suggested to do was to gently pry the sensor pad away from the assembly. Don't put too much pressure on it, because you can break the soldering points. So I took like a little flathead screwdriver, the smallest one I can find, and I gently pried it open. I pried it open and pulled out the little sensor. So after I pulled it out, I replaced it. I didn't buy a new piece. I mean, buying a new little sensor piece was like $4. So what I did instead, was I took the good sensor that was in the right analog stick. I gently pried open the left side pad, and I pulled its sensor out, and I took it out. I took that one out and put it in the sensor pad. And I put that one on the left side, and I took the one that was on the left and put it into the right. End result is that the controller works. Mostly. I say mostly because Monday I started having the issue yet again, where it was jittering on the left stick, so I had to pry it open again. I pretty much reseated the sensor piece onto the joystick assembly. I took it out first, cleaned the insides up, and then I put it back together, and now I have the controller's working. Aside from the battery almost dying right now because it needs to recharge, but for the most part the controller is working. So I'm grateful for that. So I got that working. Okay, so yeah, we're just doing a little fortified here so we can before we go do the next sale mission on the car. Then after that we'll go and check the my forgery office. We're stuck on that, and we're just gonna wait on that one because the forgery office, for the most part, is the fastest of the 5 MC businesses that that you can have with the bikers update. So we're just gonna wait it out here. So yeah. So yeah, last week's live stream was a bit weird. I mean, for the most part, it was pretty much for the most part the live stream was uneventful. And then I got two guys, one named Ram, the other named Tobias, came into the live stream, and we pretty much talked about, well, what, basically what, you know, anything GTA related. We watched that kind of stuff, and hey Tex, what's going on? We mean do something cool, man. I'm doing my shit. I gotta do my shit. I mean, I can't do much. Let's see. You want me to do something cool? Okay, let's see. There. Just trolling. Yeah, I see you trolling. Trolls be hating, you know? But yeah, so... what was I gonna say? Oh, yeah. So yeah, last week's live stream was a bit uneventful for the most part, and then, like I said, I had two other guys watching my stuff. One named Ram, the other named Tobias or whatever. And out of nowhere, Tobias goes ask me if I ever contemplated my life, and me and Ram are like, wait, what the hell's going on? So we got to talking. We asked him what was going on. He pretty much, long story short, he pretty much said he wanted to commit suicide, like because he made his girlfriend cry. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, what did you do? Like, I can understand if you like cheated on her, beat her. I can understand that you made her cry. She doesn't want to talk to you anymore because you did that. You did that. It's your fault. I get that. No, it wasn't none of those. Basically, what happened was that he somehow managed to get his girlfriend's friend muted in a Discord server, like those Discord servers. They're pretty much like Skype in a sort of way. I don't know. And I'm thinking when he told us that, I'm like, really? I mean, really? Is she that immature? And I'm thinking to myself, okay, she's crying, she's complaining over a Discord server issue. How old is she? And then he goes, well, she's 13 and I'm 12. I'm like, oh my god, we're dealing with kids here. And this kid wants to kill himself over something stupid, over something immature. And for the most part, me and Ram were pretty much telling him, hey, don't do it. It's not worth it. And he even went as far as going on Google to see how to commit suicide. And even Google itself was saying, don't do it. It's not worth it. Going as far as giving them the hotline to the suicide hotline. The 1-800 number and stuff. Basically, what I'm trying to get here is, it's not worth it. All right, it's not worth killing yourself over something so stupid, so immature. I mean, I get it. It's puberty, that pubescent, immature love that every kid goes through. I get it. We've all been there. I mean, yeah, we've all been there. So, but over something as stupid as wanting to kill yourself over getting your girlfriend's friend muted on a server, on a Discord server, like really? I mean, I've heard some immature shit, but come on. You can't make me believe that you can't make me believe that it was this immature. So I pretty much, you know, I like I said, don't do it. Like I'm telling them don't do it, but then again, I'm also telling them, hey, look, I don't want to be held responsible if you do something stupid. And we left it at that. So basically, what I'm trying to say is, look, if you have that tendency, like you're contemplating whether or not to do it, I'm gonna say it sincerely, don't do it. It's not like I'm being honest. I've been depressed plenty of times. I mean, yeah, I've been depressed. I've been like I was bullied in school. I didn't go as far as abusing drugs or anything because I was raised better than that. But I've been there. I've been like systematically depressed. Like I remember this one time back in 2009, a couple of girls I met online, they accused me of some stupid shit so hard that it left me in a depressive slump for a month. And ironically, I still talk to them every now and then. I still talk to them, but I will never forgive them for that. Because that fucked me up. That fucked me up big time. But yeah, I've been depressed. I've been bullied. I've been ridiculed. And you just gotta pick yourself up and rise up above that, you know? Don't succumb to that whole, well, you're not worth it, you gotta kill yourself kind of mentality. Don't succumb to that. Don't succumb to that, oh, you never amount to anything, kill yourself. No. Don't succumb to that either. You know, just rise up to your haters, rise up to the naysayers, and prove them wrong. Prove them wrong, because in the long running, they're gonna still be where they at, and you're gonna be somewhere better. You know? So that's all I gotta say about that. I mean, so yeah, I mean, yeah, it was just an awkward live stream last week with that whole issue. I was wondering when one of them gonna show up. Hey, did I get one? Hey, I got one. I still managed to hit him. I hear a jet, but I know that's just the noise coming from the airport and stuff. But nah, I'm not using explosive rounds. It was just a bare basic. I don't really use them much anymore, Tex, because you know how much, like, for 40 rounds, each round is like 1,450 bucks, so I'm not using them much anymore. If I have to be in a crowded public lobby with jets flying around, then yeah, I'll be forced to use them. Because I mean, as much as I would love to go through that hassle of going through the bunker resupply missions to get the railgun, it's just not worth it. Oh, hello. Oh shit. Yeah, they're firing rockets at me. Okay. Get you out. And get you out. Alright, head back to the office, go get the cargo bob again, and sell another car. So yeah, had a little scary development happen last night after I shut down for the night and shit. Oh, shut up, bitch! You're the fucking idiot. Anyway, as I was saying, had a little scary development last night. No, it wasn't like medical, but it almost became. Yeah, Tex, we know what happened. But yeah, last night, like after I shut down, I worked on my little sci-fi novel for a bit, and then I shut down for the night, like entirely, like turned off the computer and everything. Well, uh, I have like this one of those pole fans that oscillate side to side right there next to my PlayStation to keep it cool when I'm playing. Um, basically I was trying to get to sleep and I was getting close to it. Like I was getting close to my REM sleep state, and all of a sudden I started smelling something burning, and not like wood fire on wood burning. I'm talking about like an electric burn. So I immediately woke up and I'm thinking to myself, "Oh come on, it's not my computer." No, it was the fan. The fan motor burned out, and it was so like a, it wasn't like a thick like on fire smell, but it was getting close to that. Like yes, like, try to think of like oil, like old oil burning electrical wire type smell. At least that's what I can think of coming close to it. So I'm like, fuck, and I'm like saying it loud enough so that my mom could hear it, and fortunately my mom's a dead sleeper, so she didn't even wake up asking me what the hell's going on. So I immediately turned the power off at the yeah, something like that. Like yeah, like burning plastic to a degree. So I immediately turned the power off at the surge protector, and I unplugged it. And after I unplugged it, I pulled out my iPod so I can turn the light on it. And I don't see like burning plastics, like burn marks on the casing or nothing. But I can see but I can still smell it. Like it was getting to that point where it could catch on fire. But yeah, I'll pull that bitch out, and I tossed it outside. Like, we're not having that shit here. So now I got another fan on a TV tray. We're sitting right next to my PS4. This is like from the kitchen, so I'm gonna have to get a new fan to replace this one so that it can go back in the kitchen. I'm gonna have to do that Friday. Thursday or Friday, depending. So yeah, nearly had a disaster, and I wouldn't. And if that would have happened, and let's put it this way, if I went to sleep a few seconds earlier, like deep sleep a few seconds earlier, yeah, I wouldn't be here. Like I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be doing a live stream. I wouldn't be here. Period. You know, because once I fall into that deep sleep, other than hearing a I wouldn't have woken up to it. I mean, this was, yeah, we do, but, I mean, I'm sitting right underneath the damn vent right now, but I just have this whole knack of keeping, like, a box fan or something right next to my PlayStations, because I had, like, when I had my big PS3, my big 40 gig fat model, I had it sitting on my desk, but it wasn't getting enough circulated air, and back then we didn't, like in my old house, we didn't have central air. We did, but the AC was dead, has been dead for like 30 plus years. And at the time my grandparents didn't bother getting the shit fixed. So anyway, but yeah, after my big PS3 died and I got the slim one, I've always kept like a little box fan behind it or whatever to keep it cool. And I'm not taking no chances with my PS4 either, so I just keep a fan right next to it to kind of keep it cool, to help it cool down a bit while I'm playing.
Let's get ready to work.
Guys, I don't want my thing dying on me anytime soon. Knock on wood. So yeah, I mean the central air does help a bit more, but for me personally, I just prefer to having like a little box fan or just a fan in general right near it to help it keep it cool, you know? They do, but from what I heard, those intercoolers don't work for shit. I mean, it might do for some, but for me, I mean, because I've seen and heard like on PS3, like the intercoolers for the PS3 and shit, they die out so fast that it can get to a point where where some of these intercoolers are USB powered, and when they die, they burn out the USB ports. So I wouldn't trust them for shit. So
Not bad, you ask me.
all right, let's see. That's good. So yeah, I mean, true, because I did have the in terms of Mad Cat stuff, I did have like the Rock Band 3 keyboard for the game, and I didn't think that thing lasted me a year. It didn't break because of shoddy craftsmanship. It broke because I was trying to clean it, and I took it apart, and when I did, apparently when they put the circuit board together, they apparently used shoddy soldering, yeah, pretty much they use shoddy solder to solder the connector rods into the board, and when I took it apart to clean the keys, the solder came completely off, and I tried to fix it, and the controller board got fucked up. So yeah, that's in the trash pile right now. I mean, didn't they make like the Guitar Hero 3 guitars back then? Cause that one I had a Guitar Hero 3 controller for a good while, and then it did the controller didn't, but the receiver, the little guitar pick like receiver, that died on me like back in November 2015. The a little capacitor right near the where the wires would be soldered into the controller board. The little capacitor popped, and acid got all over the wiring, and it shorted the wires out. Again, I tried fixing it, but yeah, it didn't work. They not only did that for Guitar Hero, but they also did that for Rock Band 4, man. Yeah, I think because way Activision did Guitar Hero Live, you know, making a newer game style where none of the old guitars would work, and forcing you to buy a new guitar, forcing you to buy a new accessory. Plus, you know, with Rock Band having to make a new controller that can work for that game, as well as the other games, I think that's what killed the company. And I know, another accessory company took over the whole Rock Band, Guitar Hero accessory making. I mean, I don't know. I could be wrong, but that's what I heard. The 6 mil, that's my that's what I have in pocket. That's what I have in my pocket right now. Oh, I'll deposit that when I don't deposit that shit until I get to 10 million in pocket. Once I get to 10 million in pocket, that's when I deposit it. As I've always been like that since before gun running came out. All right, next. All right, go ahead and bastard. I wish I can give you a loan, man. Shit. With the amount of money I have on hand, shit, like I'm getting closer back to 200 million. I wish I can give people give people a loan. That way, I can charge like a 3% interest rate or something, or higher, or I don't know. Get my money back. And hell, I can still do this shit and get money as well. But you know how Rockstar is. They don't give out for shit. I mean, they used to let you give out money that you have in your bank, but that was like a long time ago, and when people were getting money through those DNS mods and, you know, getting it dropped on them or gifted to them, you know, that kind of stuff. Yeah, you know, they took that shit out. An 80% interest, dude. Yeah, let me charge you that, and you don't pay me back, I'm gonna get a baseball bat and beat you up like Brian beat up, not Brian, but Stewie beat up Brian. You got my money? Where's my money? No mercy. Hell no. Beat you up, toss an empty glass cup in your eyes, try to drown you in the toilet. And then when you try to get away from me with a fake mustache, I'll beat you up even more. Shoot your kneecap with a revolver. and then for the finale, I'll just go ahead with a flamethrower. Oh my god! Oh man, yeah, that would. All right, thanks, Hex. I'll see you later tonight. Oh man, oh man. All right, catch you later. So yeah, oh yeah, I want to throw something out to you guys. I sent Rockstar. You know how Rockstar, uh, has those email addresses where you can like send suggestions off to them. You know, that kind of stuff. Like, what would you like to see in the next update to GTA Online? So I kind of sent them something last night. Let me let me find it in my sent stuff here, because like I said, I sent it to them yesterday, like last night. Oop, hang on. Alright, so here we go. I sent it both to their GTA Online and their mouth off email addresses. I know that they're not going to probably do it, but given the success of gun running in general, I think they would. So this is my idea for like a gun running part 2. Like, synopsis of it is like this: Agent 14 has come in possession of a special property so you and your crew can run powerful, highly dangerous military-grade vehicles all over Blaine County and Los Santos to warlords and other criminal enterprises. Climb the ranks as you earn massive profits and become the ultimate weapons dealer in Gun Running Part 2. The reason I'm calling this one Gun Running Part 2 is because even though gun running in general was a huge success, I kind of felt like it was missing certain things, certain aspects, you know, that kind of thing. Like, everything was revolving around gun running, like, just moving guns on land. So, Gun Running Part 2, in my opinion, should emphasis more on military-grade vehicles, like lasers, hydras, you know, that kind of stuff, but in an import-export type of situation. So the properties I'm thinking about can be 10. These properties will also be bought on the Maze Bank foreclosure, similar to the bunkers and the MC clubhouses. Unless they do some modifications to the bunkers, this is what I'm thinking of they can do. Sorry, I'm kind of getting gassy from drinking Coke here. There'll be 10 properties scattered all over the shores, all over the waters off the shores of San Andreas. Like 10, there'll be 10 of them. So like 5 and 5. There'll be 5 small, like, decommissioned oil platforms that can hold at maximum 30 sourced vehicles, but 6 of those spots are reserved for. But 6 of those are gonna be reserved for like your weaponized vehicles, like the ones I'll mention later. It'll have the oil platforms will have a helipad and a crane system for boats and a small runway for planes to land and take off from, like something on the grounds where like a Luxor can land on. Nothing too big like the cargo plane. Those are like oil platforms. Those are gonna be like small end ones, and for the large ones, you're gonna have these super large container ships. Not like the ones you see docked. No, I'm talking about these humongous ones that can hold like almost tens of thousands of container crates. Those big metal container crates. You know, those big ones. All right. Those at maximum can hold 80 vehicles in its hull. Can hold 80 at maximum, but 16 of that 80 are reserved for your weaponized vehicles. A helipad on the stern side of the ship, an amphibious entryway for boats, similar to how the aircraft carrier has an amphibious entryway on the back, but this one can be like perched on the side of a ship, and the top deck where the cargo containers would normally be at. They can modify that top deck, to be a runway, so that planes like the Titan can land on. Again, not something big like the cargo plane, but like the Titan would be as big as it can get. The prices of these new properties can be anywhere between 2.5 million for the cheapest oil platform to 5 million for the most expensive super cargo ship. And of course, these prices don't include like any cosmetic or practical upgrades to the properties, like an anti-air function that is seen on the yachts, and a vehicle customization station similar to the MOC. I would say have like a security function on there for people, like for other players to, you know, so that other players don't go in there and blow your shit up. But since this is gonna be working like import and export, there won't be a need for security, since there wouldn't be a way for like the AI to go ahead and raid your stuff. Now when it comes to the properties, you can only have one. It'll be just like with bunkers. You can only have one at a time. And when it comes to like the upgrades for it, again, like the anti-air function, the weaponized vehicle station and whatnot, hang on a minute. In the weaponized vehicle station, you'll be able to transfer those upgrades from one property to another, but oh, and there goes the jet. Okay, who? Yeah, sure. I will after the live stream's done, Kieran. I'll subscribe to you. But yeah, anyway. But when it comes to the upgrades, like I said, you can transfer them from one property to the other, but it can only be from from the property you have to another one that's similar, like from one oil platform to another, or from one cargo ship to the other. So yeah, like that. Now when it comes to the vehicles for the sourcing missions for this proposed update, all weaponized vehicles will be up for grabs, like the Laser, the Hydra, the Ruiner 2000, a weaponized Kraken, a weaponized Dini, the Ruiner 2000, the Oppressor, you know, all of them. Any vehicle that has a weapon built into it is up for grabs for sourcing. And the payouts. Alright, and as for the selling missions, the sell missions will work kind of like how it does currently with Gun Running Part 1, where you can sell these vehicles anywhere in either Blaine County, like anywhere near Blaine County, or in Los Santos. And depending on where your property is, the destination of the sale, you will have anywhere between 15 to 30 minutes to sell your stock, your payload, to the buyer. Because that, to me, that was one of the shortfalls of gun running, was the short countdown. But yeah, from most of the missions on Gun Running Part 1 mostly revolve around a 15-minute countdown till the mission fails, whereas I think only one of them where it has a 30-minute time limit. And to me it's completely bull. Yeah, before we go to the MC, we're gonna go ahead and resupply my bunker. But yeah, to me that whole 15-minute countdown to sell your stock on on this update is just completely bullshit. So, and when I questioned Rockstar about it, why is it like this? They said, "Oh, it's because we designed the game to be like that, to where it determines how much time you need." And with this update, I'm saying bullshit to that. I'm saying complete bullshit. to that whole let the game decide mentality. Make it to where how much time you make it to where the game determines how much time you need based on your destination, the position of your property, and run with it. Like, for instance, if I'm doing my stuff, like selling a vehicle one by one by myself, and if my property is, say, all the way out there North Paleto Bay, and I have to sell something in LS, that's like a 6-7 mile drive, depending on the stuff I'm selling. So so by myself, that mission should take me at least 30 minutes plus to sell it, not 15. I mean, I can understand if you're selling something in Blaine County, that can be a 15-minute sell mission. But something in LS, yeah, that's gotta be a 30-minute minimum. So, as far as payouts are concerned, like a low-end weaponized vehicle could sell for $100,000, and a high-end weaponized vehicle can sell somewhere around the $700,000 range. Basically, this update will replace import-export as a whole. Okay? Now, when it comes to weapons, like we with gun running, we have 6 Mark II weapons. Well, I want to see Rockstar extend on that with 6 more. Like, you know. The 6 weapons I want to see them get the Mark II variant are the AP pistol, the special carbine, the advanced rifle, the assault shotgun.
Okay, banning docks.
The assault shotgun, the minigun, and lastly the homing launcher. That way people who like to use the homing launcher can have a little reprieve with it. And also, if you have a like right now, if you have a Mark II weapon and you run out of ammo, doesn't matter if it's special or regular. Like if you have special ammo, like I said, doesn't matter if you have special or regular. Well, let's put it this way: if you have special ammo and a Mark II weapon, yeah, you have to go to your mobile operations center to restock on that. I get that. I can understand that so it can be balanced out. However, what I don't understand is if you have a Mark II weapon and you're nearby an ammunition, you go and get ammo for said weapon, but you can't because you have that Mark II variant and the Mark I is grayed out. My understanding is, why can't we just get regular ammo at ammunition for, doesn't matter if it's Mark II or Mark I weapons. We should be able to. So at least for the regular ammo standpoint, at least let people go to ammunition to get regular, non-specialized ammo for their Mark II weapons. Oh, hang on a minute.
Hello, Pegasus Lifestyle Management. Thank you, sir. Your spectacular aircraft is now ready for you at our nearest airfield.
Yeah, that's what I like to see in Mark II weapons. Now, new weapons. I have like 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 5 weapons that 5 new weapons. 4 of them are already in the game in terms of cut content, or not used in free mode. Like, I got that Scar looking. I mean, you know these guns because big YouTubers like Boss or Saints Fan have talked about them when gun running was first conceived and stuff. So, we got the Scar, the Scar assault rifle, the SMG with the highest firing rate, the programmable grenade launcher, a ballistic knife, you know, that type of knife that you can shoot the blade out to kill a person, and the railgun. Now, with the railgun, I can see a lot of people arguing that weapon's too OP and all that stuff. Well, I kind of agree to a degree. You know, agree to a degree. Since it's gonna be in the heavy weapons category, Rockstar can do something along the lines of taking off the auto aim function, because the auto aim function, even right now, is garbage, because you have to be at shotgun range to auto lock onto opponents. So what they could do is I'm sorry, I'm trying to talk while flying at the same time. What they could do is remove the auto aim function and decrease its range, because the range on it is ridiculous for the railgun. So yeah, those are the new weapons I want them to see adding into online. And I mean, seriously, especially for the railgun. I mean, you got freaking heavy snipers with exploding ammo now. So right now they have no reason whatsoever not to add the railgun into online at this point. So yeah, weaponize the vehicles, like the set, like, you know how we have like the half track, the oppressor and whatnot that came out with gun running on day one. Well, I have my own fleet of weaponized vehicles. I like to see them added into the game. First off, we have a weaponized dinghy. It's a boat. Yeah, it's a weaponized dinghy. It'll seat 3, a driver, and 2 passengers. Now, the 2 passengers will have miniguns similar to that of the Valkyrie. It'll be priced at $1,125,000, so it'll be $1 million more than the regular dinghy. And the research items for it will include depth charges and Vulcan minigun upgrades for the side guns. Now, if you don't know what a Vulcan minigun is, it's basically a minigun, but instead of 6 barrels, it's 3, and they're more powerful. Next, we have the weaponized Kraken, which is the sub. It'll see just 1, and can be upgraded from the regular Kraken at your new property for $700,000. So it's getting the Benny's treatment. Let's see what else. The weapon on the Kraken will be a pair of torpedo tubes that will shoot unlimited non-homing torpedoes. So you're going to have to manually aim the torpedoes. But the research item for the Kraken will be an upgrade to the torpedoes. It'll make them high accurate, so they'll be like Ruiner 2000 style rockets, but in torpedo form. But should be limited to 20. Next, we have the weaponized Bezra. This would be a suitable substitute for the laser, because I don't see Rockstar adding the laser as a purchasable vehicle even in Gun Running Part 2, if they do it. Um, it'll seat the weaponized Bezra will C2, and it'll be upgraded from the regular Bezra at the new property for $660,000. Being is that the regular Bezra is 1.2, 1.3. So yeah, the upgrade will add a single-mounted machine gun under the cockpit, and it'll replace the tip tanks on the wings with wingtip mounted rockets. Research items will include increased armor so the jet can take at least one rocket before another one will take it out, and an upgrade to the gun so it can shoot exploding rounds. Next we have is a weaponized... No, I take that back. Next we have is a Western Nightblade Retro, which is a motorcycle. It'll C3, 2 on the bike, and 1 on the sidecar. So it'll be kind of like a retro World War II-ish type bike with a sidecar attachment to it. It'll, like I said, it'll C3, and it'll be priced around $250,000. Research items will include like increased speed.
When I hear arms are moving around the state at the behest of hostile governments, it just...
Yeah, we know, Agent 14. Yeah, like I said, the Nightblade Retro will be $250,000. Research items will include increased speed to compensate for the sidecar. You know, the weight of the sidecar. An upgrade to the regular gun to the 7.62 millimeter minigun, similar to what the FAV has. The 40 millimeter grenade launcher, again similar to what the FAV has, and proximity mines. Gotta defend yourself, you know, that kind of stuff. Next we have a weaponized hovercraft. And now I know what you think. You're probably thinking, well, why a hovercraft? Well, shouldn't we have one at this point? I mean, regular San Andreas had one, so why not here? So anyway, the weaponized hovercraft was C2. It'll have forward-mounted guns similar to what the Night Shark is gonna have when it comes out. And it'll cost $2.4 million. Research items will include a bubble dual minigun turret for the second seat for the passenger. I was kind of thinking something along the lines of how like the B-wing, not the B-wing, the Y-wing from Clone Wars, kinda like that, sort of like that, where you had two miniguns mounted on the sides. Oh, okay. Something like that. Let's see, what else? Hang on, let me, front-mounted non-homing rockets, so it'd be like the, weaponized Tampa in that regard. And depth charges to combat against the Kraken. Number 6 on my list is the Hunter Attack Chopper. A lot of people thought this was gonna be in gun running but apparently they didn't put it. So I would at least like to see the Hunter come in like a part 2 variant of gun running. Quintessentially, oh shit. At least my bike, yeah. Quintessentially, the Hunter is the Apache in real life. The Hunter will seat 2, and it'll carry a price tag of $3.2 million. The Hunter Attack Chopper will essentially replace the Savage in terms of being the king of attack choppers. Research items will include increased armor capacity, so it can take at least 2 rockets before a third one will knock it down. And a weapon upgrade suite, which includes 4 rocket pods, similar to that of the Savage, and a machine gun upgrade, which will allow it to shoot exploding rounds. And lastly, we have the Joe Build Devastator, which is a jet. You can have with the Devastator, Rockstar can make it to where it's either an A-10 or an F-35. My money, if I had it my way, I would rather have it as the A-10 Warthog, based on what I wanted to do. So the Warthog or the A-10 or the Devastator, the Joe Build Devastator, will seat just one person, and it'll be the most expensive item in this update at close to $6 million, because of what it can do. It's basically a flying 19-foot long tank. No, it's basically a tank with a 19-foot long gun on the front end, or built into it. Let's put it that way. The research items will include increased armor capacity so that it can take 4 rockets before the 5th takes it out. And a new bomb category. So this would be the first jet to have bombs installed on it. And it can drop napalm type bombs, which upon impact will catch a wide area on fire. But the bombs will be limited to just 10. So, you know how you cycle through the weapons, you have the guns, homing rockets, homing off rockets, and napalm bombs. So I can see Rockstar doing, I don't see Rockstar doing that, but it would be fun to see them doing it, you know? So those are the 7 main vehicles, if you will. Now we got I was trying to think of 7 drift feeds, but I can only come up with 6. Now, here are the drift feed vehicles. A magnetized Western cargo bob.
Nice work.
Basically, this is just a regular cargo bob, but instead of having the tow hook, it's the magnet, like you see in Heist. They can price this at $2 million, and it'll work much better than just a hook. I know Rockstar has fixed the hook on the cargo bob to where it doesn't drop vehicles anymore, and I'm grateful for that, but I would rather see them put a magnet on it to replace the hook, or at the very least give us the Sky Crane, you know, that one helicopter that was in that one story mode mission. Give us that and I'll be happy with that, as long as it has a magnet. As long as the magnet works, I'm good with it. Okay. The Western Wrestler, which is I'll kind of put like a little brief description on it, so you might have a chuckle on it. It's a plane. It's an antique World War II aircraft that's seen more action than a veteran prostitute. It can be priced at $1.9 million with 2 researchable upgrades. The first is an armor upgrade that will increase its rocket resistance to 1. And a wing-mounted rocket rack machine gun upgrade. The rockets will be non-homing, so you're firing them simultaneously, but they're not homing. So you kind of scatter-shotting the rockets. And you'll get a second, and the machine gun upgrade will enable a second pair of machine guns. You'll have one set that'll be 4 guns that are regular. And then you have, basically the Wrestler is like the P-51, and the P-51 had 6 wing-mounted guns. What they can do here is have the first 4 guns be the regular machine guns, and then the 2 outboard ones, the two furthest out, can be these upgraded ones where it'll shoot unlimited armor-piercing rounds. They won't be exploding ones because that'll make the vehicle too OP. But at least with armor-piercing rounds, the vehicle has a chance against like a laser or a Hydra, or maybe the Devastator.
You know, not every gun runner in the States got their heart in the right place. Some of them are downright.
I'm gonna grab the since it's a water and power one, I'm gonna grab the Savage here and go over there and blast him a bit. So yeah, I would like to see them add the wrestler back into online, back into GTA. Give that vehicle some love once again. The third one is the Vapid Lost MC Slam Van, which is, like I said, it's a slam van. They have like I said, like seriously, Rockstar, this should have been added for us to purchase in the first gun running update. They can price this vehicle at $150,000. Just take off the Lost MC's logo and slap a price tag of $150,000 on it and be done. The fourth is a recommissioned Dubachi JB700, which I didn't see why they didn't add this with like import export with the special vehicles. Simply put, you bring the JB700 to the MOC, and for $800,000, the mechanic will reactivate all functions of the JB700, like the shotguns, the tire spikes, and the passenger ejection seat. 5 and 6 are pretty much one and the same, because the 6 is like getting an MOC variant or something. And since I couldn't find the parity car manufacturer for this vehicle online, I'm gonna put this as a Grotti vehicle. But add the Grotti Deluxe, which is essentially the DeLorean DMC-12. Now the reason I add it as a Grotti vehicle is because John DeLorean worked for Ferrari for a while before he went off and made his own company to create the iconic DeLorean. It'll feature the Grotti Deluxe will feature gull-wing doors and can be one of the best sports classics, and it'll have an MOC upgrade. The price of the vehicle can be $500,000 because of the MOC upgrade. In a second, I'll tell you number 6 after I kill these choppers. Okay. And 6 is the Grotti Deluxo flying car. This will be the first flying car in the game. And for $1.9 million, you can take the car to MOC and give it the upgrade. The flying car will have retractable wings similar to the Oppressor. The wheels will fold down to give it the hover function. Okay, I'm smoking. Okay, so we're gonna have to say adios to Savage here. Even if it wasn't smoking, we were gonna bail out of it. So yeah, like I said, the Grotti Deluxo flying car will be the first flying car in the game. It'll have retractable wings similar to that of the Oppressor. The wheels will fold down to give the vehicle its hover function. and it'll have like a pseudo-nuclear reactor that'll provide the thrust and the thrust so it can fly, and the exhaust will come out of a pair of rectangular exhaust vents out from the back that will literally irradiate the competition. So quintessentially, you can see where I'm going at with this being like the time machine from Back to the Future, but with wings. It won't be like an exact duplication. It won't be like an exact ripoff of the DeLorean time machine, but yeah, it won't have like. I would like to see it to have like the glowing grills, like the ones on the time machine, where you got the front glowing grill and the pair of grills that are glowing off the sides of the car. But that would make it way too obvious. So yeah, just add like that little mini pseudo nuclear reactor on the back end of. Dumbasses. But yeah, like fix up the back to where it has like that, has like a pseudo nuclear reactor on it. That way it can be like the engine for the flying function, and have like the twin exhaust vents on the back to be like the jet engines, the jet exhaust ports. So yeah, that's my suggestion of what Gun Running Part 2 can be like, and let me know what you guys think. Let me know your thoughts on it, because I mean I asked one friend about it, and I'm not criticizing him, but I get the idea where he's getting at. Like, some of the shit can be overpowering and what. But you know, Rockstar, I mean, this game was never balanced in the first place, and whatnot. So, like I said, just let me know what you guys think. And who knows, maybe Rockstar would take some of these ideas, put it into online in the next big update. So, who knows? Stupid Kuruma.
Nice work. Your technicians are already breaking that down. For this resupply, you're going up to
The Ultras camp. Think I'll make it? I think I'll make it. I mean, not make it across the base, but at least I'll get into it. I might make it to that, see if I can make it to that one. That way I can at least get the engine to go again. There we go. And we made it. Alright, so let's see here. Yeah, get up here. Alright, let's see who we have left over. That he was smart, huh? Alright. Let's go down there, get the supplies, and get the hell out of here. No. 'Cause I don't know where you've been. But I know where I'm going. Yeah, and they're not getting their supplies back, unfortunately. Little Wizard of Oz. I don't know. I don't know. It's just something every one of my friends would go and chime in whenever they see me flying the bike, like the Wicked Witches, the Wicked Witch of the West theme song. I don't mind it. It's just funny, but I prefer like E.T. like E.T. In the movie where they're flying the bike, or something like that. Oh shit. At least I didn't overshoot it that hard. Okay. And our stuff is full. Yeah. Quit bunker stats or CEO stats, and gonna go to our forgery office, resupply that, and that'll be it for this live stream. Yeah, I don't know right now if the live stream is working or whatnot. I mean, it's so far. It's working on my computer screen, but if it doesn't work and it cuts out, all I gotta say is thank you so much for watching. Please drop a like and subscribe, and stay tuned for next week's episode or next week's live stream, where we're gonna continue making our money. I think next Tuesday, I could be wrong, Rockstar's gonna launch another car. I don't know what's gonna be. A lot of people think it's gonna be the dead Night Shark or something, or the Nightblade or whatever that mini Insurgent is gonna be called. So if it comes out next week, I'll do a reveal and customization video, and I may even do like a speed comparison, see how fast it is to like the regular Insurgent. So just stay tuned for that, for those videos. And also, I've also launched the last episode of the BioShock 1 playthrough for Path to the Platinum, where I get the Platinum trophy for that game. So feel free to watch that, and also on Tuesday I'll launch episode 11, where I'll start tackling BioShock 2, getting all the trophies, the tonics, all those, to get the stuff out of the way.
Well, I'm gonna...
You don't have to say anymore, Lester. I know where to go. Oh, excusez-moi. Turn my missiles off so I don't lock onto the guy. Yeah, don't do that. Just beat him up. Alright, so, alright, let's go get the, van. Okay, resupplying complete. Well, for this mission at least.
They got it. We're all good. LJT, logging out. Good news.
Basically, the reason I don't let him talk after that whole first sentence shows up is because I know what it's about. So why let him keep talking? You know. Damn it. Assholes. Oh really? I thought I was dealing with. I didn't realize I was dealing with soldiers. I thought I was dealing with little girls. Alright, let's see here. I wish Rockstar gave us a way to delete all those messages. Hey, what's going on, guy who's watching? Yeah, and I got a mess a bullet hole inside of my head.
We got what we need. LJT signing off.
Jesus. How am I still alive with that thing on my head?
So, we know it.
Alright. Okay, the first one's right there, so... Oh, it's a mover. That'd be funny if it's first, if this is the one I need. Nope. It would have been funny because it would be down the street, you know? Alright, next one. Okay, over there. Damn it! Fucking car. At least the bullet hole's gone. You know what? Should have stayed in the truck. There it is. And of course I get the cops on me.
Hey, what's going on? Okay, so you're in serious trouble, and you need my help. Okay.
Alright.
Resupply success.
That's the resupply mission. I'm gonna end that so that I don't get charged. Yeah, this is gonna take a bit for it to fill up, so I'm gonna go ahead and end the live stream on this. So again, thank you so much for watching. Please drop a like and subscribe as always. Like I said earlier, if they drop the Night Shark car or whatever they drop next week, if they do, I will make a video on that. And another person. Well, I'm sorry you showed up late. But feel free to watch the live stream in its entirety after it's done. But like I said, thank you so much for watching. Please drop a like and subscribe. And like I said, I'll do a video revealing customization video if they drop something next week. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you all next week for at least for the next week's rendition of the money making lobby.